Hey there, students. It is time to do some math. We are looking at lesson 9.3, and we'll be talking about median and mode today. And these are often called measures of center. So we'll be taking a look at these. So let's start off with some bell work. All right, I handed out this bell work to you as you walked into class today, and you handed it to me, and I checked it to see if you did it correctly, and I handed it back, and now let's talk about how you get the right answer in case you didn't get these right. If you got these both right, both these questions, you can skip this part. All right, so let's look at the answers here. So number one says give the mean, median, and mode for the following set of data. Again, I'm in the habit, and it's a good practice to just put these in order from least to greatest to start out with. And yes, we have some decimal numbers here, so it gets a little bit messy, but not really. So here we go. Let's do the first one, 16. And I like to cross them off so I don't look at them anymore. Then we've got 17 and a half. Then we've got 18. Then we've got 19 and a half. Then we have two 20s and a 23. So that's all of my data points. So, we'll just do these in order now that you know how to find the mean. So we're going to find the mean by doing add them up and divide by how many are there. So we're going to go 16 plus 17 and a half plus 18 plus 19 and a half plus 20 plus 20 plus 23. And we get 132 when we divide those, or when we add those. Now we need to divide by how many are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to divide that by 7. And we get kind of a messy number there, and it wants us to round to the nearest tenth, and that would be 18.9. So 18 and 9/10 is the mean. Now, something that I want to point out, now that these numbers are already in order from least to greatest, it's going to be really simple to do what we need to do next. We need to find the middle number. So this is a good way to find the middle number, is you just start crossing them off on each end until you get to 1 or 2 in the middle. And it looks like we have 3 on each side, so the middle number is 19 and a half. And what number happens the most? 20. So there you go. Mean, median, and mode. Really easy. Now, what if we had 2 numbers in the middle? Like, let's go back, let's backtrack just a little bit here. And let's say that we had another number out here, whatever it may be, right? We could say maybe that's 24. Okay, so we crossed off those. Those 2 numbers are in the middle. Oh, so these 2 numbers are in the middle. Well, what we would do to find the median is we would add both of those together. 19.5 plus 20, and it gives us, and then we would divide by 2. And it would give us the exact middle of the middle number. So that's just something to keep in mind if you run into 2 numbers, that you kind of have to be ready for that. So what was our median again? I don't know. Anyway, I had it written down. So let's move on to the second question. This is a histogram, and it shows the wait times in minutes for entering a concert. Use clusters, gaps, peaks, and outliers, and symmetry to describe the shape of the distribution. Okay, so let's just do it in order here. Cluster. Our cluster is, we are from 0 to 9 to 40 to 49. So the way I'm going to write that is I'm going to go 0 to 9 to 40 to 49. That's where our data lies, most of it. Okay, so do we have any gaps? Yes, we have a gap. In between 40 to 49 to 90 to 99. Okay, do we have any peaks? Yep, we have a peak. And that peak is at 20 to 29. That's most people waited 20 to 29 minutes. And do we have any outliers? Remember, I've talked about outliers a little bit. Outliers are your data that's like way far away. So we have most of our data here. And look at this guy. He's way far away. So we do have an outlier. And it is 90 to 99. Boy, those poor people that had to wait that long, right? So there you go, 90 to 99. And what is our shape of our distribution of data? Well, again, it goes up here and then it comes down. That's pretty symmetrical. I'm going to say it's still symmetrical, even though it's kind of skewed to the left. But we're going to say that it's symmetrical. Okay, so pretty easy there. Now let's move on to our next activity. Okay, yesterday we had the same vocabulary page, and I want to point out what we're talking about today. We are going to be talking about median and mode. So if you need to come back and refer to this video, this is where you would go to find out your information. The median is the middle number in a set of data. You must put the numbers in order from smallest to largest first. So number 1, write the numbers in numerical order. Number 2, find the middle number. If you have an even number of numbers, average the 2 middle numbers, and I talked about that on the last activity that we did. Mode, the number or value that occurs the most in your set of data. You can have no mode, one mode, or more than one mode. So those are all possibilities that you can have one mode, you can have no mode, or you can have more than one. So you're going to write the numbers in numerical order, count how many times each number appears. Okay, so pretty basic, pretty simple. We're going to talk about all that stuff today in your practice. So here we go. Here is your practice. And it wants us to find the median and the mode of the data. Now remember, the first step to do the median and the mode is to put it in order from least to greatest. And now can you see why yesterday I wanted you to kind of get into the habit of putting these in order from least to greatest? Because it's going to make your life a lot easier if you just get into the habit right at the beginning of looking at a set, put it in order. So we're going to go 2, 3, 3. Then there's no 4, but there's a 5. There's a 6, there's a 7, and there is a 9. 6, 7, 9. Okay, so let's find the middle number first. So we're going to go cross one off on each end until you get to the middle. There we go. 5 is the median. What number happens the most? 3. 3 is the mode. Okay. Move on to number 2. Oh, some bigger numbers, but that doesn't matter. We just do the same thing. We put them in order from least to greatest. 17. Another 17. No 18, no 19. We don't have a 20, but we do have 2 21s. Then we have a 28, and we have a 30. Okay, so median. Again, we're going to cross them off till we get to the middle. Cross off, cross off. Uh-oh. There's 2 in the middle. What do? Well, we're going to go 21 plus 21, which is 42. And then we're going to divide by 2 because there's 2 numbers right there. And that gives us 21. So 21 is our median. Which number happens the most? Well, we have 2, don't we? We have 17 and 21 are the mode. Okay? Hopefully this is making sense. Take some practice, and you'll get plenty of that on your assignment. Now on this one, it says find the mean, median, and mode of the data with and without the outlier. Oh, those outliers. So we're going to put these in order from least to greatest, and then I'm going to talk to you about them. Okay, guys, sorry about that. We are going to find the mean, median, and mode of the data with and without the outlier. And then we're going to describe the effect the outlier has on the measure of center of data. So again, we always start out, put the numbers in order from least to greatest. So we're going to go 4, 6, 12, 15. Whoops, there's two 12s, isn't there? So I got to backtrack. See, even teachers make mistakes. So 12, 15, and then 68. Okay, so they're in order from least to greatest. Now let's find the mean and the median. The median and the mode. And this is with the outlier, because we can see that this number right here, the 68, is way far away from these other numbers. So that's the outlier. So we're going to find out what the median is, and then we're going to find out what the mode is with it and without it. So, okay, median, we're going to go cross off these. So we have 2 in the middle. 12 plus 12 is 24. Divided by 2, it's 12. So we have 12 as our median, and 12 is our mode. So there you go. Now let's do it without. So what I'm going to do is just erase this 68 because it is not part of our outlier. Rewrite this one, 15 and 4 and 6. Whoops, I want to be in blue. Here we go there. So I'll rewrite those ones. Okay, so this is with the outlier. I'm going to put WO right here so I can just remember. And then I am going to go without the outlier now. So what is the median now? 1, 2, 1, 2. So 12 is still our median. And 12 is still our mode. Wow. But do you know what we forgot to do? The mean. The average. So let's find the average without and then with the outlier. So we'll do this one first. So we're going to go 4 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12 plus 15. And that is 49. And we're going to divide it by 5. And we get 9.8. This one would be the mean would be 9.8. So that number right there is the number we need to look at here. Because you're going to see now that when I do it with the 68 in there, that our mean is going to go completely away from our median and our mode. So let's do that. 4 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12 plus 15 plus 68 is 117, and I'm going to divide that by 6. And I get 19 and a half. And that's our mean. So compare this to this. We're a little over, we're 10.3 away. Guys, here's what you need to know. If you're looking at your median and your mode and your mean, and they're pretty close together, like this, you've got some good data. But if you are looking at your median, your mode, and your mean, can you see that our mean is it's way over here. It's shifted. Our mean should be very close to our median and our mode. And if it isn't, it means it's skewed either to the right or it's skewed either to the left. And you can see here, because of that 68, our data is skewed to the right because it moved the mean all the way over here. Whereas if we take that outlier out, it puts it kind of closer to the middle again. So, you know, they're at least 1 or 2 away from each other. So anyway, that's the whole point of whether you want to use an outlier or not. It depends on what you're looking at. A lot of people, when they do statistics, they'll use that outlier and it skews the data and it makes it look like something's going on that really isn't. Or they'll take it out and do the same thing. It'll change the data to make it work like they want it to work. So you have to be careful about what is included in your data and what is excluded out of your data. Okay, so number 4, I'm not going to do that because that's a long explanation for that. Let's do this one. I know that we're taking a little bit longer today, but that's okay. So we're going to put these in order from least to greatest. We have a 1, we have a 2, another 2, another 2, another 2, and another 2. Was there 5 2s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, so start back over to a 3. We have a 3 right here, another 3, and another 3. So 3 3s. Then we go to 4s. 1 4 there. 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. That's all our 4s. Cross them off our list. Uh-oh, did I miss a 3? 1 2 3. Oh, I did. See, even Mr. Roberts makes mistakes, so I got to go back and go, you know what? Add another 3. 1 2 3 4, and then there were 4 4s. And then we have 2 5s. And cross them off so we don't get them messed up here. And no 6s. Oh, yep, there is a 6 and an 8. And that looks like all of our data points now. Now we need to find the mean, median, mode of the data. So I'm going to find the mean, median, and mode. So I'm going to go mean, median, mode. Doesn't matter what order you do them in. You can just decide which one you want to do first. I want to do mode because that's usually the easiest for me because you can just easily see there's 4 2s here, 4 3s, and 4 4s. So our mode would be 2, 3, and 4. So let's do median next. Okay, because there's so many numbers, well, let's just cross them off. 1, 2. So we're going to work our way to the middle. And so we have 1 or 2 in the middle. And this ends up that we have 2. What's 3 plus 3? 6 divided by 2? 3. So our median is 3. And I like to do this. That's my median. That's my middle. Now, I want to look at the mean. So I'm going to take out my calculator. And I'm going to go 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8. And that gives me 61. I like writing that down. Then how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 61 divided by 18. Now if we did this right, and the data's good, it should be really close to that median. And it is. We got 3.4. So we've got 3.4 as our median, as our mean. Is this a good set of data? Yeah. And if this is golf scores, what is the best measure that represents the data? Would it be the mean? It shows your average? Would it be the median that shows where the middle of your scores are? Or would it be what the most scores that you got? Guys, I think that the mean is the best measure because it shows what you got on every hole as an average. So I would say mean is best. Okay, let's take a look at your assignment now. All right, I've taken a lot of time on your practice explaining things, but it was needed. Now, you're going to need to do some of the same stuff that we were doing on your assignment. So you're going to be finding the mean and the mode on most of this. So the median doesn't come into play until you do that last problem right there, where you're going to actually be finding the mean, the median, and the mode. But up here, you're just finding mean and mode. So make sure that you understand that if there's something you're not clear on, that you watch the practice over again. And if you need help, as always, ask your teacher.